Okay, this is a video of the Sony XAV-AX210SXM. Long name. This is a Sony receiver, doubled in, installed in my 2017 Fiat Abarth 500 convertible. I got the installation done at Avenue Sound in Freeport, New York. These guys are absolute professionals, highly recommended, super clean install. It looks absolute factory. The work was done very cleanly, very reasonably priced, and very quickly. Highly recommended. If you are thinking of doing anything to your car, any kind of modification such as this, definitely check out Avenue Sound in Freeport and look for Wick. So in this car, what I've done is I've installed the Sony head unit, and in the head unit I have gone for the doubled-in setup with the Metro dash kit. The receiver is compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and as you can see, it has the idataLink Maestro Integration. So you see the vehicle info, the gauges, the park assist, and there's another, outside of this, if you were to go back and just go into settings, you can control a lot of the vehicle functions through here, Maestro settings, and within Maestro settings you can go to vehicle features, vehicle settings, and you can change a lot of your settings here. The two things I've lost because of this is the daytime running lamp control, as well as switching on and off the traction control button, which actually, you know what, I have not. ECS is right here, so that's good. So that's the general setup. In the thing, it is, as I said, it's compatible with Apple Android Auto, and right now the unit is plugged in with that. So you will see a standard Google Maps. You will see your Spotify and all the other apps, and the unit works perfectly fine with the Apple CarPlay as well. Now, why did I go with the Sony unit? Well, it has a physical volume knob right here, as you can see, and by pressing this, you can also select your sounds. You can increase sound, decrease sound. You can select your sources, and a long press of this. What is the temperature outside?
The temperature in Jersey City right now is 6 degrees Celsius.
So as you can see, you can activate your voice assistants by pressing this button as well. The other nice thing about the Sony unit, I'll just pull back a little bit, is it looks very factory. Installed, with the installation from Avenue Sound, and the look of this head unit just looks completely stock, right? So it doesn't look tacky, it doesn't look like it came from it's aftermarket or any of that. The volume is a big plus, although I do admit I selected the unit primarily based on that, but I end up using the steering wheel volume controls. But this is very handy as well. The home button takes you back home. Let me just show you the cameras. I had the front and rear cameras installed. So if I were to put my car into reverse, the reverse camera comes on. It's super bright. You can't make it from the resolution right now, but this is almost HD quality, way better than what I've typically seen in aftermarket cameras. I also have other high-end cars, and in there the video in this is comparable to that. My parking sensors are also retained. Now you go back into park, the camera goes away. Also, let's go back into cameras. I have a front camera installed as well. So one is my front camera, as you can see. This is very helpful to have if you're doing parallel parking in an urban environment. This is very helpful as well. The rear is very helpful. One of the good things in this camera I've seen is that these are not speed limit. These are not speed limited, so I could be driving and have the camera on if you want. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can keep them on if you want. Okay. Now, you may be thinking, that the display is laggy. It's absolutely not laggy at all. It's a very fast processor, and it's I'm just not touching it right. I'm looking at the screen through my camera screen right now, so I'm not able to point at the right thing. But while driving, absolutely no issue at all. It's it works really well. What else did we do? So when we installed this today, we also retained the factory USB. We also retained the factory USB settings. So let me just turn that on so you can see right here. This is how the factory USB came, and this is fully retained as well. So that's another plus of the installation. I did have to move the microphone up here, as you can see. The original microphone was I believe right here, and that, based on the recommendation from the installer, we ended up putting up here just for better audio quality. Okay, now what are some of the gauges that people talk about? Here's the gauges right here. So you get some, if you're into road racing, you will get some of these things: 0 to 60, your stopping distance, your miles per hour, etc. And the second screen is probably the more relevant gauges if you want those: your engine load, your RPMs, miles per hour, your fuel gauge, and your intake temperature. The other good thing about the Sony unit I will mention is it may not look as much from the screen, but the resolution is very crisp. It's 800 by 480 resolution, and it's very crisp, very pleasing on the eyes, and you have the ability to change all of those, the wallpapers as well. But overall, very, very nice unit, very happy. It's been installed really nicely by Avenue Sound in Freeport, and I highly recommend them. Thanks for watching the video. Take care. Bye-bye.